In this video, we will discuss about Galileo's law of odd numbers. That is, when a body is allowed to fall under gravity, how the distance traveled by the body varies in each second or each interval of successive interval of time. Galileo first made the quantitative studies of free fall. Galileo's law of odd numbers is an empirical observation. It is an empirical observation. According to this law, the distance traveled by the falling object from rest in successive equal time intervals is linearly proportional to the odd numbers. So we will verify or prove this law. From equation of motion, we know y equal to v0 plus half at square, v0 t plus half at square, that is s equal to ut plus half at square, or x equal to v0 t plus half at square, we write like this. And here, when the object is falling from certain height, the initial velocity is equal to 0, that is v0 or v0 is equal to 0. So the first term is equal to 0, and here we have taken the acceleration is equal to acceleration due to gravity, that is a equal to minus g. Because of acceleration due to gravity, we always consider in negative y direction, so it is minus g. So here the object is released from rest, so v0 or v0 equal to 0 and a equal to minus g, so y will be equal to minus half gt square. We divide the total time interval of free fall into equal intervals tau. That means suppose the body is allowed to fall in from the highest point to the ground is 5 seconds, then we divide the time interval into 1 second each. First second, second second, third second, fourth second, fifth second, like this. But here we have divided the time interval, each time interval, instead of 1 second, we have divided into tau. In time interval, we have taken tau, so that the time intervals, successive time intervals will be 0, tau, 2 tau, 3 tau, 4 tau, 5 tau, like this. And we have taken y0 or y0 is the displacement of the body after time interval tau. Suppose the body travels a displacement y0 or y0 after time tau, and we know the relation y equal to minus half gt square. So for the for 0 second, y will be equal to 0 because t is equal to 0. So y0 is also equal to 0. Here we have considered y0 is equal to minus half g tau square. So when time taken is equal to tau, the displacement is equal to y0, and the ratio of the distance traveled is equal to 1. And when the time interval is 2 tau, if you substitute t equal to 2 tau, then it will be equal to 4 times minus half gt square, and that is minus half g tau square. Instead of t, you have taken tau, so 4 into minus half g tau square. So y in terms of y0, that will be equal to 4, and this value is equal to y0, so 4 tau. So in the second time interval, that means next tau second, the distance traveled by the body will be equal to 3 into y0. It will be 3 times the distance traveled by the body in the first time tau. So what will be the ratio between these two distances? The ratio will be equal to 3 y0 divided by y0, that is equal to 3. Similarly, when time is equal to 3 tau, that means the third segment of the time tau, 3 times the time interval tau, then it will be equal to 9 into minus half g tau square. Since this is equal to y naught, it will be equal to 9 y naught or 9 y0. So what will be the distance traveled by in the third tau? That will be equal to, here you have 9 y naught. In the second tau, the distance traveled is through 3 y naught. So in the third tau, the distance traveled will be equal to 9 y naught minus in the second tau, the distance traveled is 4 y naught. So in the third tau, the distance traveled is 9 y naught. So the distance traveled will be equal to 9 y naught minus 4 y naught. That will be equal to 5 y naught. So what will be the ratio? The ratio will be equal to 5, because 5 y naught divided by y naught, that will be equal to the ratio of the distance traveled, that will be equal to 5. Similarly, in 4 tau, the ratio will be equal to 7, and in 5th tau, the ratio will be equal to 9, and in 6th tau, the ratio will be equal to 11. So this concludes that the distance traveled by a falling object from rest in successive equal time intervals is linearly proportional to the odd numbers. And here we have explained how the body travels in vertical direction in free fall. That is, the body started from the point A, and at time interval tau, the body reaches the point B, and this distance is equal to y naught or y0. And from B to C, the time interval is tau second. Okay, from A to C, the time interval is 2 tau, but from B to C, the time interval is tau second. So here, in this tau second, the distance traveled by the body, displacement of the body is 3 y naught or 3 y0. And in the third tau, that is from A to D, the time taken is 3 tau, but from C to D, the time interval is tau. So in this tau second, the distance traveled by the body is 5 y naught. You see how the distance is changing. Here you have y naught, then the next tau it is 3 y naught, in the next tau it is 5 y naught. Similarly, in the next tau it is 7 y naught, and in the next tau it is 9 y naught, like this. So this experiment confirms that, remember, this is an experiment. It is not a theory, it is experiment. Photograph has taken while falling the body under gravity in free fall, and it is seen that in the photography it is seen that the distance is not same in each second. The distance is not same. The distance is, the displacement is how it is varying. First it is y naught, then 3 y naught, then it is 5 y naught, then 7 y naught. You see how the distance is increasing, and this is confirmed by experiment or taking the photography. So from this experiment we conclude that the distance traveled by a falling object from rest in successive equal time intervals is linearly proportional to the odd numbers. So in this video we have discussed about the Galileo's law of odd numbers, and in the next video we will discuss about the stopping distance of vehicles. Thank you.